Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Edna and Harvey, the Breakout. And when last we left off, we managed to find a surprise birthday party in the bathroom. And if you look at these two urinals here, you can see an upside-down smiley face in each of them. It's the little details, eh? Alternatively, they could be eyes, and that could be the eyebrow. The even littler details. We managed to find a bowl of bean dip and a bag of chips. The bean dip, we've been told multiple times, acts as a laxative, which is surely going to be the solution to a puzzle at some point. Speaking of puzzles, there's one more thing that we can do here, and that is we can turn on the light switch. And we know that we need to turn on certain light switches to get Bladder to go to the bathroom. So let's turn on this one and trigger the obvious surprise.
Oops.
Oh wow, I didn't expect this would happen at all. How shocking. Hello, this is Petra.
She's completely wound up.
That she is. Let's talk to her.
Well...
And ask the obvious question. We know that she's Petra, but Edna doesn't.
Who are you?
I'm Petra! Give me a P! Or, you know what? You can keep the P.
Very sensible considering where we are.
What are you doing here?
What does it look like? I'm throwing a surprise party!
For who?
You didn't have to do that.
The party is not for you. Today is the birthday of Peter. Oh, but please don't tell him the party is here. It's supposed to be a surprise.
We'll see about that.
You have to promise you won't tell him.
Okay.
Promise?
All right, I promise.
Swear it.
I swear.
Cross your heart.
Okay.
Cross your heart and hope to die.
I swear it, okay?
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
That was a foolish thing to do. We're very likely going to tell him. And it seems like there's somebody here who really likes Peter. Perhaps we should tell him that, even if we don't tell him about the party.
Where are the other guests?
Hello! It's a surprise party! What kind of surprise would it be if everyone knew about it?
What kind of a surprise is it if nobody knows about it, though? You didn't think this through, did you, Petra? No, you probably didn't.
Interesting choice of venue.
What do you mean?
Don't you think more people would come if it wasn't in the bathroom of all places?
I don't know. It is a surprise party after all. And what could possibly be more surprising?
Surprising doesn't do it justice. Appalling or absurd. That's more like it.
Oh, yeah? So, where would you have thrown the party?
We have many options here. Let's start with the obvious one.
How about the bar?
That's out of the question. Peter's been sitting there all day long, crying into his drink. And it's supposed to be a surprise party. He's a little touchy when it comes to his age. I hope the party can cheer him up a little.
It's unlikely that he'd have noticed you setting up the party. He hasn't noticed anything really apart from his stinky drink. Okay, if not the bar, what about this room?
How about the break room?
Huh? No! We never go in there anymore. 3 people vanished there once. They were actors. I think they were auditioning for a play. They were never seen again.
Is that actually true? I'm not sure if that's true, though it would explain why that cup was there. Okay, if not that room, what about this room?
How about the TV room?
No! I loathe parties where everyone just hangs around in front of the tube.
So you prefer the parties where everyone hangs around the toilets? I'm not going to dwell on that, and instead I'm going to ask, what about the final room, the room that would make the most sense?
How about the recreation room?
That was my first thought, too. But King Adrian was opposed.
King Adrian?
He rules the lounge. He is a wise and just king. And rumor has it that he's psychic. He rarely receives visitors, though, I'm afraid. His right-hand man, Druggle-Jug, is as tough as he is attractive.
We've heard quite a bit about King Adrian, and we've already got past Druggle-Jug.
Any room would have been better.
I like it here.
Fair enough. Let's ask the final question.
Do you know a way out of here?
Why would I want to get out of here? There's always something going on in here. The people are nice. Plus, you don't have to feel embarrassed about anything in here. If you forget to put your pants on, nobody'll notice. If you want to get out of here, you'd better talk to Emilio. If you can find him, I believe he's currently working on a tunnel. If you get really desperate, you could talk to the Keymaster. But I'd only do that as a last resort if I were you. That guy is dangerous. His solitary confinement cell is on the second floor, though. So you'll have to wait until after lunch. We're being escorted to the dorm then, you know.
Keymaster, huh?
The Keymaster? Not a person that we've met. We've met the person digging the hole, though. We'll keep the Keymaster in mind.
Keep on celebrating.
Oh, I will. Oh, yeah. Turn the lights off on your way out.
We'll see.
I don't think we will. Harvey, what do you make of this person?
What do you think of this one, Harvey?
Nurgle biggity biggity, fuddledy fuddledy flop.
You can't stand her either, can you?
If you can't say anything nice about a person, just make something up.
Interesting moral for life there. Let's use the Podo Mallet.
It's a big temptation, but it wouldn't really be Edna style.
What is Edna style? The world has been asking for so long, and yet the answer eludes us.
I will most certainly not give her my nifty ballpoint pen.
It is rather nifty, and I approve of your use of the word nifty. Would you like a comic book?
In this panel, we see Captain Useless fighting the cheerleader mafia. Watch out, handy boy. They're spelling pain.
But as long as they only spell it, you should be okay, right? Right, or are they magical mafia cheerleaders? These comics are confusing.
Will there be hot food at your party?
No, but I've made 3 different kinds of noodle salad. Noodle salad with bean dip, noodle salad with chips, and noodle salad with noodle salad. And then there's chips with bean dip. But that's not noodle salad at all.
No, it isn't, and I think a third type of noodle salad you described is just noodle salad. Mustard?
Ooh, you're a proper little litterbug, aren't you?
Oh, you don't know the half of it, Petra. You don't.
Ooh, you're a proper little litterbug, aren't you?
Also, you're wearing socks. Can I have some socks? We've been walking around barefoot all this time. Police badge time.
Police! This is a raid.
Oh, finally! You can put it back there with the rest of the pasta.
I don't think you fully understood what I was saying there, Petra, but that's okay. We're gonna save the cup till last, of course.
Will it be a potluck party?
Why, no! I'm doing the catering myself!
So there won't be any luck in the pot at all.
No luck whatsoever. I'm sorry.
I wish I had a padlock for her fat yap.
You know you said that right in front of her, right? She probably heard you. She doesn't seem to care, though.
I brought my own fork.
Why, you silly Billy! I only serve finger food! Makes for safer food fights!
Makes sense. Also, it's probably the only thing you could actually get.
It's a big temptation, but it wouldn't really be Edna style.
Let's see about using the cocktail menu.
Where are the cocktails?
I've mixed a punch in the bowl behind me.
You mean...
It's a little on the bitter side, but the chunks are really juicy.
I think I'll pass on that. Forever.
I wonder how fast I can get to her throat.
Watch it, Edna. This ain't no Duke Nukem.
That it isn't, Harvey. Well spotted. It took you that long to realize it?
Here's an invitation for a therapy session.
You must be joking. Why would I need therapy?
There are exactly 2 possibilities. Either you get therapy, or everyone who makes the mistake of talking to you has to.
I think you're hilarious. You always come up with the funniest stuff.
On that, we agree, Petra. Let's see about using this signature.
I can forge Dr. Marcel's signature.
And I can hold my breath for 10 minutes straight.
Oh, please do that. Please, please do that.
I don't think she's going to. I also think she might be lying.
Too bad. It's utterly useless as a muzzle.
You tried anyway. Let's use the bean dip.
What's this supposed to be?
That's my homemade bean dip. Peas, beans, lentils, plums, castor oil, and a secret ingredient.
Secret ingredient?
Laxative.
And that's the game blatantly spelling it out to you. Would you like a toenail?
Hooray! Confetti!
You have a very loose definition of the word confetti. We also got to keep a toenail.
I'll take these chips with me, okay?
Oh, I can't allow that, I'm afraid. Those are for the party.
Well, that's too bad, really. That means... Hey, what's that? Now look at that. I can take them without your permission.
Clever. Very clever. And finally, let's save, because it's time to offer up that cup. I get the feeling we might lose it here. Petra may find a use for it. She may think it's one of hers. If she thinks it's one of hers, that means that the cups she has here are really dirty. Would you like it?
What's there to drink?
I've mixed a punch in the bowl behind me.
You mean...
It's a little on the...
We're not going to be drinking that. You know what we're going to be doing, though? We're going to be
Do
solving
it
some...
yourself.
Oh, do it yourself as in turn off the lights. Oh. I wonder what that was about. I imagine the lights are going to be off when we go back in. Yes, we're going to have these lights on if we're going to solve the bladder puzzle. And I think I know how we might get about doing that. But first things first, let's solve the puzzle that I skipped over before, involving the person on the phone down here. We were told the one thing that would get to him, and we were given an opportunity to say it. So let's say it. Hello, Bruce.
Hello? Hello?
Let's start by telling him to buy.
Bye.
What's that? Buy?
Yes, indeed.
Bye.
Buy?
Buy some more.
Bye.
Buy? What did you recommend selling eventually?
Suddenly.
Look, Brucey, it's a boy.
What? What?
Just a joke.
A joke? Oh no. Not again. The phone call! Hello? You still there? What's that? What? Lost everything? Not again? Okay. I understand. All right. Later. Didn't you want to make a phone call? Here. You can keep the phone.
Hooray! We got the phone. We may have also ruined his life again. Let's see if we can give it back to him.
I can't bear to see you suffer. Do you want your phone back?
It's too late for that now. My life is over.
Oh.
Sorry about that. But hey, we got an inventory item. Let's start using it on everything. Harvey, there's a phone call for you.
Shall we make a prank call?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. What's the number of the Bob and Tom show?
I don't know that by heart.
If it were up to me, finding that number would be a main quest from now on.
It's a good thing it's not up to you, and also I have no idea what that show is. And we have a lot of inventory items. We only can fit 10 more. Photo mallet?
Every inmate gets to use the phone once, but my mallet doesn't need that.
That's because it's so at home in the slammer.
Let's see about using the pen.
The pen doesn't call often. He's more into writing.
Makes sense. What about the comic book?
Unfortunately, Captain Useless needs a phone booth with a payphone to change.
That he does. Potholders?
I don't think potholders can use a telephone.
Haven't you ever received any calls from a potholder? You can always tell it's them, because they hang up without saying anything.
That could be many people, Harvey, but hey, just think about it like that every time that happens.
The good old mustard on the conch trick.
Is that a good old trick? I don't think it is.
The good old ketchup on the conch trick.
There are more things to use on this, like the badge.
I should call the police. Hello, police. I'm being held prisoner in an asylum for the mentally unstable. Hello? Hello?
I think they hung up on you, Edna. Or it's more likely they were never on the line to begin with. Phone and cornflakes, the new combination of awesomeness.
There's a number for a hotline on this cornflakes box. I'll call them real quick.
If you are calling from a wireless phone, please press 1. If you want to register a complaint, please press 2. All our lines are busy, as usual. Please hang up now and use your time more sensibly.
Always the same.
No, you can't make me use my time sensibly. Look, I'm going to combine this phone with a paper cup.
Cup phone and payphone are not compatible, I'm afraid.
We just need to make the technology to make them compatible. There's a workaround, I'm sure.
The oldest conflict of mankind. Cook or order takeout?
That is quite a conflict. I usually cook, though occasionally I can be tempted with a takeout.
Hello? Operator? Can you tell me which lock this key matches? I see. Second floor, all the way to the left. Thank you.
Who were you talking to there? We'll never know.
Very clever. Use telephone with fork. Is this supposed to be a joke?
It's our long-distance carrier.
Telephone and fork. This must be the worst joke I've ever heard.
Oh, trust me, I've heard worse. Much, much worse.
The cable's already cut.
Then clearly we need to cut it even more.
The phone is not on the menu. I got one nonetheless.
The world is a talent show, and you're on the jury.
If you were the jury of a talent show, it would be a very interesting talent show, Edna.
The cable is already cut.
That it is. What about the form?
I wonder if you can register by phone.
I don't think so. This says you need the signature of the psychiatrist responsible.
But we have that signature, so surely it'll work.
I can't send signatures as instant messages from this phone.
It has a polyphonic ringtone, though.
That it does. What about this?
Oh, no signature to forge here.
You sound so sad about that, Edna. Can we combine them with the chips?
It's not a chip phone.
Are you sure? What about the toenail?
Too bad. I can't screw that open.
If we could, we'd have a whole slew of new inventory items. Cup with phone?
Cup phone and payphone are not...
We've heard that one. Finally, phone with bean dip.
I'll call the bean dip real quick. What? The number is long distance. Must be made of lima beans.
No way are we making that call. It would cost us a fortune. And so, when we come back, folks, we have a phone to show everyone, and then we'll use it to solve a puzzle. I think I know what I need to do, and then what to do with what I'm likely to get. It's all slowly coming together, especially now that we've explored everywhere and gotten all the clues that we need. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later. And hey, maybe now that you don't have that phone anymore, you may start to get better. Hopefully. I still feel bad about doing that to you, but I did need that phone. I really did. You'll see why soon enough. If I'm right with my theory. I hope I am. Otherwise I've just done something really rotten for no reason. Later.